This conference will now be recorded.
Hi everyone, welcome to Isha Training Solutions. This is Saronan Srinivasan. I'm going to take you through this demo session. So today what we are going to see what are all the uh, course content that we are going to learn as part of this course journey, and we'll take up all your questions so that we'll see to that like how we are going to proceed for this demo session. Okay, so before that, introducing myself, am Saravanan Srinivasan. I have close to 12 years of experience in this field. I know various tools, various APM tools, AppDynamics, Dynatrace, Neuralink, Datadog, uh, Pinpoint, load testing tools like LoadRunner, JMeter, Load Performance Center, Gatling. So a lot of other utility tools. I also take performance engineering training session as well. So what I'm going to do in this course journey, we are going to learn this APM tool AppDynamics, and we are going to practically understand what is really happening in the real world, and we are going to do each and every activity with real practical example, and we are going to learn the core capability of this AppDynamics tool. That is what we are basically doing. We are going to do it in this course journey. So without wasting further time, like what we are going to learn in this course journey, first of all, we should get that understanding what are these APM tools. Okay, so APM tools means what for we are going to use that APM tool. That understanding we are going to get it, and then why APM tools are required to be learned by performance tester. I would not say it is only required for performance tester, but maximum time what is happening, this learning is oriented towards performance testers actually. But I would say don't restrict or confine this only to performance testers. You can even developers can use this, performance testers can use this, performance engineers can use this, or even system support engineers can use this. So this can be used across the layer. Okay, don't only confine to performance testers alone. So we will see like in what way it is going to be used by different stream of people. Okay, different stream of people, how they are going to use it. And then we'll pretty much cover introduction about AppDynamics, because there are different tools in the industry. In what way AppDynamics is actually good, and when compared to other tools, AppDynamics, how we can easily adapt to your organization needs. Because what will happen in most of the case, customer will only tell the problem statement, and we are in the position to provide the solution. Okay, so we can suggest them like which tool we can use it, in what way this tool is best, in what way we are going to make this tool as a differentiator. Like that, if you wanted to do means, first of all you should be thorough, and then you should be comfortable in that tool. So that is what we are going to do in this course journey. So basically, that is what the understanding that we are going to do in the introduction part. And AppDynamics tool is having two different deployment model. One is your SaaS model, another one is your on-premises model. So we are going to pretty much see like what is on-premises, what is SaaS model, which customer will use SaaS model, which customer will use on-premises model, what is the architecture, how it is actually differentiated. Like that, we are going to see that understanding also, because what will happen, a banking customer or an insurance customer or a retail based customer or telecom customer, when they are coming and asking you like in what way I'm going to get the AppDynamics license, means you should be getting that clarity, right? So we are going to get that using this AppDynamics SaaS versus on-premises model. That is what we are going to do. And then agent configuration, that is very important. So whenever you are going to do any certification or something, or you are going to attend any interview, whether you are going to have an admin role or professional role, associate role, whichever the role that we are going to attend interview or any certification session, you should have the thorough understanding of agent configuration. That is very important, because during interview session I would say, whenever I'm taking interview, I usually check like whether they are having a theoretical understanding, or they are having a practical understanding. That I usually check it. Okay, whether you guys are having a practical understanding or theoretical understanding. So I'll ask certain question like whether how did you do this configuration? How did you get the metric? How did you extract the metric? How did you analyze the bottleneck? Which way you did the root cause analysis? Like that, if I ask certain question, that is an easy way to understand, right? Whether these people are actually doing a theoretical understanding or practical understanding. So in this course journey, what we are pretty much going to do is that like everything practical. All these learning is actually a practical learning. This a configuration, installation, configuration, data extraction, bottleneck identification, everything we are going to do a practical understanding. I'm going to share the dump files with you. I'm going to share the application war file with you. I'm going to share the concepts so that you can also do it in your local machine or in AWS machine, whichever the way that you wanted to do. You can do that and then you can extract the data. That is what we are going to learn. That is how we are going to proceed with this course journey. Okay, I'll take a pass here. Okay, anybody have any question till now? You can ask your question, please.
Hi Srinivasan, Sunil here.
Sunil.
Hi. So just for my, I think I heard it right, but just for my confirmation and understanding. So on our local machine or on a AWS machine or somewhere, you'll be helping or demonstrating on how to install these agents from scratch, and we'll be able to configure it as per our requirements.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. Fine. Thanks.
Because I'll tell you, the most critical part is that like how you are doing, how you are getting the data. Right? So that is a very important aspect also. That too, when you are doing it practically, you will have a lot of questions, and through that you are going to explore more information. Okay, if I only do in my machine, or I share a machine configuration detail where I did the configuration, you are only going to learn it, means that is not a thorough learning. That is what my
Mm.
understanding. So if
Yeah.
you are doing in your machine, say like your machine may be a Windows 7 machine, Windows 10 machine, 32-bit machine, 64-bit machine, JDK, which version you are using, it may be Oracle JDK, it may be Open JDK, it may be a Tomcat 9, it may be Tomcat 10. So lot of permutations, combinations are there, right? If I do, you are not exploring to these many combinations. If you are doing, you are exploring to those combinations and you are doing on your own. That's where your learning is actually comes into the picture. If somebody is asking a question, you can thoroughly explain because you did it. Instead of I'm doing it, you are going to do that. So that is
Yeah.
how the learning would be. That is how we focus on. Okay.
Right. So yeah, thanks. So probably one more question. If I'm jumping too early, you can stop me. So you in this training course, you'll be also helping to configure the Java and Oracle database also.
Java configuration is there. Oracle DB we are not covering. We are not having the running instance with us. So
Okay.
we are doing the MySQL database and Mongo database. Both the
Okay.
database.
Okay.
So
So if we have a Oracle database configuration, so in any of your training session, do you have plans to just take a quick overview of like how we can configure? Is that a possibility?
I can, but that will not be the part of the course journey,
Okay.
because I'm not sure. Like, is it a running version that can be shared with everyone, or how, Sunil?
Yeah, I'll check on that. I'll check on that.
Yeah, because I'll tell you the disclaimer before, because there are times what will happen. This kind of a commitment I usually give. But
Mm-hmm.
later part of the time, what people will say, like, that is my organization instance, I cannot share with others, so that
Right, right.
we cannot do. But what other learners in the forum will think, like, these guys gave commitment, but they did not fulfill that.
Okay.
So that's the
Understood.
reason
No,
I'm
no,
not.
understood. Yeah, understood. So at least if not configuration, maybe a theory class like how we can configure our.
That is pretty much possible. Yeah, that is pretty much possible.
Yeah,
Say,
at least theory part, so we can try on our own instances.
definitely, Sunil.
Okay.
That is still
Thanks.
possible, because
Okay.
say I can say I don't want to give you any kind of a false commitment that I will do this, that, like that. If it is possible, straight away I will say yes, possible. So this theoretical covering, yeah, it is possible, Sunil. I'll do
Sure.
that.
Okay, sure, sir. Thanks.
But pretty much one thing, please do me remember during our regular session so that it
Yeah,
is easy
yeah,
for me,
sure.
because
Yeah,
the,
so Java anyway, you told it's covered, so we are good. Yeah,
it is covered. Yeah, it is covered. Yeah,
okay, good. Thanks.
sure, sure. Thank you. Thanks for your question. BVS, looks like everybody able to hear it. Looks like something on your end, there is a problem. So you could drop off and then rejoin. Probably it will resolve your problem. Maybe, but I'm not sure. But, can you check once?
Yes, we are all able to hear your voice. I think I'm able to hear you. Then remaining or not, I'm not sure.
Veera, your voice is audible to me, and you are able to hear my voice as well, right? Correct?
Yes, yes. Your voice is
Yeah.
yes, correct. You're right. Exactly.
Okay, Veera. Yeah, sure. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks for the confirmation. So,
Okay, thank
Hi,
you.
Sarvanan, this is Puneet here.
hi, Puneet.
Hi, good evening. Sarvanan, actually, see, I'm the end user of App Dynamics. Okay,
Mhm,
and I'm really interested to go through this course. The
mhm,
problem here is I'm kind of semi-technical. Okay, we are not into core technical stuff and all.
mhm,
So,
mhm.
can you talk about the prerequisite before joining this course?
See, I would say these two, don't think like this guy is talking in a selling point, but I'll tell the fact and then you take the decision. Okay, all these tools are designed in such a way that it should be used by a normal non-technical person also can use this. That is how these tools are actually designed. but but I'll put the other way. You need to have a certain fundamentals of your analytical aspects, right? Like performance fundamentals, performance testing fundamentals, kind of a things only. Okay, other than that, as a normal person, say like you are getting a chart, the chart is having a spike. That spike you can understand it, right? That spike you can understand it. You can share this information to the respective people why that spike is there. That is like a normal understanding is more than sufficient. Analytically, I'm saying, like analytically you can do the investigation, and little fundamental about your performance, that is more than sufficient. Punit, clear?
Yeah, that's what. No, right now we are using App Dynamics and
Hmm,
on a production this one itself, and
hmm,
we are doing that job. We
hmm, hmm,
when we get an alert, we do that analysis and
hmm, hmm,
then hand it over to the next level.
hmm,
Because
hmm.
I'm not into this all this scripting or any of the programming stuff. So that's the reason I was a little
No,
concerned about that.
here also there is no scripting things and all there. Okay,
Okay.
it is a application performance monitoring, and in that monitoring, if I wanted to do application server monitoring or database
Mhm.
monitoring or UI monitoring or whatever the monitoring that I wanted to do. Okay, so for that, what configuration I need to do? Okay, that configuration is not involved with scripting. It is a configurational things. Okay, so you are going to do a configuration, and then how the data is going to come to your App Dynamics tenant, and then how you are going to do the further bottleneck identification. Okay, that's how we are going to do this. Okay, it is pretty much that you are kind of a system administrator or admin who is going to do the monitoring aspect, and then you are going to have this alerting mechanism, everything to be configured. Even if you have certain understanding about heapdom, threaddom, or if you have certain understanding about your response time or exceptions, errors, calls per minute, those understanding, how we are going to interpret the issue, and then how you are going to share your thoughts to others. Okay, say like even performance testers are really doing that same thing, right? Like performance tester will interpret the data and they share the information, right? Performance engineers only will do the fix. So how a performance tester will do, right? That understanding we'll pretty much cover it here. Okay.
Yeah,
Hi,
got it.
this is
Thank you.
Vinod.
Yeah.
Can I ask a
Yeah.
question if Puneet is done?
Puneet has to
Yeah,
answer
please go
first.
ahead.
Yeah.
I'm done. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, Saravanan. Good evening. So my
Hi.
question is, hi, as Puneet asked, with a background of system admin and
Hmm.
taking care of Linux infrastructure, configuration and installing Tomcat, and then also having a responsibility of when we deploy the performance, check the performance. I mean, in that performance tuning environment, performance tester environment. So you said you'll be doing like going through thread dumps and everything like you're going through a JMC tool like Java Mission Control tool, or just on the App Dynamics level only?
In App Dynamics, we will trigger heap dump, we will trigger thread dump.
Okay. And then
I will show you how to do the analysis part, how to analyze heap dump, how to analyze thread dump, but not in App Dynamics. App Dynamics is having the capability to trigger it. That analysis part I will explain how to do heap dump analysis, how to do thread dump analysis, but externally, not inside App Dynamics. App Dynamics is not having the capability to analyze it. It will trigger. So that part we'll cover.
So where, I mean, then how do we analyze? I mean, of course, I have fair understanding and experience with App Dynamics.
You can use any tool, right? You can use JVisual VM, or you can use online utility tools like Thread Analyzer, Hero, whichever the tool you can use it, right? Like those options are there.
No.
Okay, but you'll be
cover.
Training on using App Dynamics for analysis also, right? Mainly performance, how to find performance bottlenecks.
Yeah. See, truly correct. You are correct. We will do the analysis, call graph analysis, partial call graph, full call graph, those analysis, even metric browser analysis, everything are there. You mentioned, right, heap dump, thread dump. That is alone, you can only trigger in App Dynamics. Externally, you can analyze it. That is only a capability. I'm saying the App Dynamics is having n number of capabilities. In that, one such capability is triggering a heap dump and thread dump. But the App Dynamics full capability is not that. App Dynamics full capability is totally different. You can do layer by layer, tier level, node level, DB level, infra level, all those understanding, right? That is the core capability of App Dynamics. I'm saying there is a additional things we are going to learn. I'm going to show you the additional things and all. Even if you go to the external world, say like you are getting any job description, in that App Dynamics is listed. If you go and talk to the people that you know how to trigger heap dump and thread dump through App Dynamics, that will be a wow factor only, because nobody knows that there is a capability that is available, that you can do a heap dump trigger. Actually, thread dump trigger everybody knows. Heap dump trigger nobody knows. So these are something like value adds. That's what we are going to
learn. I never knew. Actually, I take the thread dump. I mean, kill -3 and heap dump with JMap or something like that. I never done on the server itself, but I need to learn on how to do the analysis. But even if I can do analysis on App Dynamics, to finding, I mean, my whole goal is to become a good performance engineer. That's my whole goal.
Yeah, sure. That is still be possible.
Yeah, that's my goal. That anything this course will add to better myself as a performance engineer. That's my goal.
Definitely, I'll tell you one thing. If you are drawing or writing the list of course that you have to learn to make yourself comfortable in the role of performance engineer, definitely one APM tool will be required. That is a bare minimum thing,
right?
Because you need to know static analysis tool, code profiling tool. You need to have utility tools. You need to have client-side monitoring tools. You need to have DB profiling tools. You need to have infrastructure monitoring tools. You need to have APM tools. That is how the list usually. Okay, in that, definitely this is also one such tool will value add your learning. That I'll tell you. You can definitely value add yourself. Okay, but this is the only tool will not make you complete performance engineer. That is also
true.
Okay, that I don't want to give you a false commitment. That it will not be the only source of truth. You need to have multiple tools to make yourself as a performance engineer. Okay.
Thank you.
Sure.
I have one question here. Like App Dynamics and Dynatrace both are similar to monitoring all those things.
Yeah, Veera, good question. Veera, I expected this question because App Dynamics and Dynatrace is also both are APM tools, both are competitors, both are doing good in the market, both are leading tools in the Gartner Quadrant maturity tool. Both are actually having their reputation. Both are actually releasing new feature every bi-weekly or monthly release they are doing. They are good in their market shares also. That is how I can tell about both the tools, Veera. Okay.
Actually, in my company, they are always preferring like cabins. Why they are not preferring Dynatrace? That's what I'm every time I'm asking that only. Is there any
Huh,
difference between
that may be,
different?
see, hundreds and hundreds of reasons are there, but
Yeah,
plain vanilla reason I will tell you, but I don't know whether you are experiencing that. Your customer would
yeah.
have already bought
License,
mini
license.
Cisco products. Okay,
Okay.
many Cisco products, if your customer is already having, they'll prefer to go with Appdynamics. Okay, that kind of affinity I saw in many customer landscape. But other than that, there may be reason that they don't want to. Maybe they will not have exposure towards the address, or they will not have that licensing model. They do not like it, maybe, or they may be having a limited technology set. They wanted to monitor, like that. Lot of reasons would be there. Okay, in that case, maybe AppDynamics is one such thing. And AppDynamics is what they did. Initially they had this analytical license and all, analytics license. Okay, so maybe that those factors and all maybe influence your customer. There may be the possible reason, but these are the reasons. Okay,
And also one more question. Actually, we have.
your voice is very low.
So and also I have one question. Like we
Is
have
it a problem to me alone or everybody facing the?
No,
Everybody. It's
we are not
like
able
that.
to access.
Oh, am I audible?
You are audible. You are asking, right, that I am audible, but after that I am unable to hear.
Yeah,
Keep
I
your mic
Sharma,
little closer.
hello.
and also I have side scope and JV.
Sorry, Veera. You type in your question in the chat, sir, Veera. I feebly hear your voice. I'm facing a problem. You type in your question probably. Sorry. Yeah. Go ahead with the next question. Somebody started asking.
I just want to know if the customer asks to which tool is better for the APM tool, like Dynatrace or AppDynamic, which one I can choose?
See, Praveen, sorry, like there is nothing like that. Which tool is actually good? Because what is happening, I'll tell you. Maybe you take the decision. What will happen? Suddenly, Dynatrace will release a new feature, which looks to be wow, and everybody will say Dynatrace is a wonderful tool in the market. Within 1 week, AppDynamics will release a two more feature, which is more artificial intelligence, more problem identification feature will be there. So in that case, suddenly AppDynamics will become wow. So these two tools are actually neck to neck, I would say. Both are releasing new feature very quickly, and they're probably their licensing would be a little user friendly. So there are instances I heard from certain customers, the licensing user friendliness, they are already having a Cisco product purchased, means there are instances I saw. I'm not telling that everybody will get it. I saw there are instances QA environment they are giving it for free. Prod environment only they are getting the license money. There are instances I heard in certain instances. QA environment license they are giving it for free, and then prod environment they are getting the license cost. There are instances they are doing for AppDynamics. So in that case, maybe probably customer will interest towards AppDynamics. Okay, but there is no real reason or the reason for which tool to go with. There is no straightforward condition. It is like if you are asking me like where Covaxin is best or Covishield is best, kind of a question only. Nobody will have answer.
Okay.
Yeah. Any further question?
Yeah. Hi, Saravanan. Can you hear me?
Hi, Anand.
Hi, this is Anand. So I'm part of. I'm having a production support background, and I work on a production support team for an organization. And AppDynamics is a new tool we have started to use, and I have very basic level of understanding. So I have a couple of goals. The first is to have a better understanding of how the setup and all other high-level features of AppDynamics, and then to take up the certification. So
Yeah. Pretty much you can do it. Okay. So
Yeah.
here also we are going to do the configurational steps and everything will be there for sure. You can learn that concept. And then certification. Second part.
Yeah.
So this is not only for AppDynamics. Say when I did my AppDynamics certification, Dynatrace certification, Neoload certification, LoadRunner certification, Google Analytics certification, I have work experience. Okay, but I totally will not rely on my work experience. I definitely go back, read the theoretical content also, and then I'll go for the examination. Okay, that request I always give it to everybody, because we should not be overconfident that I know something practically, right? I'm working in this field for 10 years, 15 years. Why should I go back and read the content? No, not like that, because all these certification exams are prepared from their blogs, their help document. Okay, so that content at least you need to read it for once, for at least for once, because how they will do it, this question preparation, there are statements will be there, in that they'll put one dash and then they'll prepare the question usually, right? That is how the question preparation will be there. So in that case, your practical knowledge will help you, but it will not comfortably help you to crack the interview, crack the certification. Okay, so we should not be overwhelmed or overconfident that okay, I know everything, right? Why should I read the document and all? So you will not believe me, like when I went for my load runner certification, I got some 89 or 88 or some 89, I think. Yeah. So that mark only I got it. But what confidence I had it when before going for the examination, I'll get more than 96 or 98 kind of, because we are day in day out working in load runner. Why should I be worried and all? But not like that. There should be a theoretical content which you never explored, means that will reduce your mark, right? So this course content will definitely help you, but you should definitely go through the theoretical content also once before you are going for the examination. Okay.
Okay, thanks, Saravanan. So for this theoretical content, is there a document or
It is
share
available.
from the
It is available.
okay.
I'll share it through the course section. I'll definitely share it. Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Saravanan. I'm done. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah,
Anand.
Sharva.
Thank you.
Yeah, Sharva. This is Veera.
Now you are audible. Now you are audible. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I think we have JVisual, JVM, and SiteScope. We have tools, right?
All
Like
these are
in our
static monitoring tools. Static
yeah,
monitoring
these are
tools.
the yeah. Why can't we use that one instead of AppDynamics? Is
See,
there any difference?
that is the advanced feature of this APM program. So what is I'll tell you the before and the after. The before one, it's actually only a kernel level understanding. Your kernel level understanding only. Your CPU means so and so CPU. Your memory means so and so memory, and which process that actually consumes. That level alone, it will not go beyond. But these APM tools, not only kernel level, it will go to the user level also. It will tell you
Like
on which process, on which thread, on which particular service, on which particular process you are spending more of your CPU, more of your memory, more of your response time. All those one layer above, you will get more detailed information using this APM tool. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. I understood now.
Sarva, in that case, we have Grafana and InfluxDB, right? These are also we can use, right?
This Grafana is actually a charting tool. InfluxDB is actually a storage tool. Like, there is no intelligence for those tools. You are getting my point, right? Grafana is actually a chart tool in which you are going to design your chart based on that representation will be there. For the Grafana, the backend will be a InfluxDB. Through the source, it is actually taking the data. But these APM tools are little different. These APM tools are designed in such a way, it will take all your core level data, service level data, process level data, tier level data, node level data, infra level data, DB level data, like that, all your core level data would be taken. Okay, so in that case, your level of understanding will be little more. But this Grafana is there, right? This Grafana tool, I would say, it is a charting tool where wherever you have a backend data source, it will display the information. You're getting my point?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, sure. Any further question? Okay. So we are going to do a different agent configuration. Okay. One is your application. Somebody started asking question.
Yes, Sarva. Hello, this is BVS.
Yes, BB.
Yeah, this AppDynamics will cover all layers like AppDynamics. I mean, layers means it is infra, DB, app. I mean, this all layers will cover all layers.
Yes, BVS. That is what I'm telling you right now. Like right now, I'm starting explaining that only. So through the AppDynamics, we are going to do a application agent. Okay, the application agent. For that, we are going to use two different applications. One is Apache Tomcat server, another one is Node.js server. Both the things we are going to learn. Okay, the application agent configuration, and then machine agent configuration. Machine agent, we are going to learn Windows Server monitoring, and then database agent configuration. For that, we are going to use MySQL and MongoDB, and then user experience agent, which means that you are going to learn about your browser related concepts, right? That is also we are going to learn. So these agent configuration that we are going to learn, one is application agent, another one is machine agent, another one is DB agent, another one is user experience agent. Okay, layer by layer we can cover all these things using these agents. Okay, and then we are going to use alerts concepts. What is alerts concepts? Instead of you are sitting in front of the machine, observe what is happening, you are configuring the alerting mechanism so that will do the purpose. It will alert you through the mail or through whatever the notification mechanism that you are having. It will alert you. So in that also we are going to learn about mail trigger, thread dump trigger, like that, and then we are also going to see system trigger in AppDynamics, and then we are also going to see dashboard creation, report creation, and we are also going to see the investigation process, call graph understanding we are going to do, and then we are also going to do a core capability called metric browser. Through the metric browser, how we are going to do, and every tool in the industry nowadays they are exposing their data in the format of REST API, right? So we are going to learn that concept also, how AppDynamics is actually expose their data, and then we are going to see how we can extract AppDynamics data externally through the JSON format or XML format, how we can extract AppDynamics data outside, so that you can also use it for, say somebody asked, right, Grafana, InfluxDB and all. So how we can extract it and then make use of external source, how we can use it, that also we are going to see. Okay, and then load runner JMeter integration. Say like if you are doing the trigger in JMeter, if you are doing a trigger in load runner, how to see the data in AppDynamics, right? That is also we are going to see. And then baselining concepts. Okay, baseline. There is a baseline data, how the current data, whether it is deviated or it is actually going good. That also we are going to see. And then tips and tricks, like how to do the investigation, right? That also. All these things we are going to do with a real world example only. So in this course journey, we are going to pretty much cover all the layer. Okay, application, database, infrastructure, user experience, alerts and response, dashboard creation, report creation, like that we are going to learn each and everything, guys. That is how we are going to learn this course. Clear? Clear, BVS also? BVS, you are also
Yes,
clear, right?
Yes, Sharva, one more question. Maybe we'll use in the load generators 5 to 10. Maybe if load generator also will add for CPU memory, will add in the AppDynamics. Any chance is there? Load generator missions.
If your customer is ready to spend licensing for that, yes, it is possible.
Maybe load generator will see only CPU memory for, I mean, that's what. Okay.
Yeah. Possible.
Okay.
But licensing is there. That is what I'm saying.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, BBS. Thank you. So those who are interested to proceed with this course journey, guys, please reach out to Kumar sir. This is Kumar sir number 8019952427. I'll repeat again, 8019952427. I'll ping this number in the chat as well in GoToMeeting chat, so that you guys can reach out to Kumar sir for any further clarification. It may be related to course timing. Actually, the course timing is same time slot. This 9 o'clock IST time slot that we are planning, and weekday session. All these are weekday sessions. Weekend, Saturday, Sunday is leave. Weekday session we are going to have it, same time slot. and 15 hours of a session, 1 5. Okay, 15 hours of a session that we are going to have it, and all these videos are actually recorded, and we will share this recorded videos every day through the YouTube channel, YouTube playlist URL. We are going to share it with you guys. Any question related to the course content, any question related to the commercials, you can reach out to Kumar sir. I'll repeat his number 8019952427. Thanks everyone for giving me this opportunity for take this demo session. Thanks all for joining this demo session as well. If you are not having any further questions, we can wrap up this session.
Hi, Saranal.
Hello.
This is Pradeep.
Hi Pradeep.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I have a question. I'm a performance testing background,
Okay.
so I want to focus on performance engineering side. How the how will be the load and how the code profiling, DB query profiling. I mean, I need those type of things. Is this cover those type of things in this classes?
Not exactly completely whatever you are asking. Okay, but
Okay.
in ISA, we do performance engineering course also. Whatever you are saying, right? This code profiling, static code
Yeah.
analysis, or
Yeah.
your infrastructure monitoring things and all, it is there in the performance engineering course completely. That course also I myself taking, and there are other trainers also there for performance engineering section. If you really wanted to take that, you can very well discuss with Kumar also for that information. But this course will pretty much cover APM knowledge, application performance monitoring knowledge, but it will cover all the things will be covered, not that code profiling things will not be there. Code profiling thing will not be there. Other than that, the investigation, bottleneck identification, infrastructure monitoring,
Okay.
those things and all will be there.
Okay. For performance engineering, I need to come back, isn't it?
Yeah.
For the
Sure.
code profiling, DB query profiling.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Saran.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Pradeep.
Thank you.
Hi, Saranand. Sunil here.
Yeah. Viresh, we are planning to start our session from tomorrow for your question. Yeah, you proceed, Sunil, please.
Okay, so I think two of them you answered, but just for my understanding, I'm asking again. So I think this course will definitely, like you mentioned, will definitely help us to achieve. Provide some knowledge on AppDynamics certified associate performance analyst certification.
That's what I mentioned. It will
Yeah.
definitely help you, but you should definitely go through the contents once. Okay,
Correct. And
that is very
yeah,
important.
and you'll be sharing the recordings of the the sessions. Is there any references that will be providing? It could be the AppDynamics material, or it could be any presentations that we might be sharing.
It is actually AppDynamics material I'll share.
Okay, cool. So that material and the sessions and that material probably should be enough for us to get certified, right?
Yeah. More than sufficient. Yeah.
Okay. So the last question is, I think BVS or someone covered this. So I'm also working at a client where AppDynamics is configured by different AppDynamics team, the agents and everything. So I'm at the end user side. The the situation right now from my side is I have the access to the APM tool, and someone else has configured the agents and everything, but I don't know how to use the information available in the AppD. So probably the sessions will also help me to diagnose the problems through the no, already configured thing also. That's what my understanding.
Yeah. True.
Okay, cool. That's fine, Sharon, and that's all I have.
Yeah.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Thanks all for joining this.
Yeah, hi.
Demo
Hi,
session.
one more thing. Hello.
Yeah, Sai.
Yeah. Can you please ping the course content in the chat? if possible.
I'll ping this link. You can take it.
Okay. Yeah, fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks everyone for joining today's session and have a nice day. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Okay, have a great
Thanks.
day. Have a great